All right, welcome to Flip and Friends. But since my original co-host is back, we the flip again today, baby. All right, we going back in the days with this one. All right, of course, I have the executive producer of Flip and Friends, Ryan Bukovetsky. Follow him at Ryan B. Ski or Ryan B. Ski 1 on Instagram. You have JF Kessler, that's Jason Kessler, at the bottom of the screen with us. And coming back, the man, the myth, the legend, my brother, my co-D. All right, we spent a lot of time in the joint together. a lot of time in the joint together. Yes. All right, we have Demaz. Follow him at Demaz1, but because of his shirt and those nice shades today, he is going by Haitian Jack as we create another character for D, Dirty D, Bibby, now Haitian Jack.
As it's currently on the board there, I think it actually would be Haitian Jacques because there's no.
Yeah. No. That's leave it just like that.
Jason. Cut off. And French as well, so Haitian Jacques.
Before we joined the show, I had mentioned that we were going through a lot of stuff talking about an upcoming trip for Dee's birthday. The Toodaloom. Where's the place?
Toodaloom.
Toodaloom, everybody.
Toodaloom. Because he wants to go to work out in Tulum. Because he wants to go like those Instagram models and work out in that prehistoric gym of theirs. So
it's
that's
his
why
birthday.
we're going.
He can cry if he wants to.
Hey, thank you, man.
I'm getting two photos. I'm getting two photos, and then it's back to the resort. Ryan, I hope you don't plan on staying in that gym that long. And it's time to go. It's not there for that. But I was talking about that I've been watching The Sportsman, the network, for like the last 3.5 days, and there's nothing on there but guns and ammo and white-tailed deer is getting shot up and hit with arrows. And that I plan to probably go hunting sooner or later. And D said, am I going to go hunting for a deer at the Dan Ryan Woods or something? But this is a problem.
No, 103rd and the Bishop Ford.
103rd and Bishop Ford. But see, this is the problem. I don't think you should be wasteful. So that's partially like I don't want to hunt something I'm not going to eat, right? Or at least partially eat some of it. Right.
I was gonna say you better be eating that thing.
Yeah. So I can't have 103rd deer meat.
Oh, I was gonna say you want city deer meat.
I don't. I can't have city. I can't have that.
You want that country fresh meat.
Yes, not that pigeon deer meat. I can't have that trash can. And that's like, and you're talking about 103rd and a Bishop Forest. Those things are right off the dumpsters of those landfills, right?
They are.
Those landfill deer. You want me to eat that landfill deer meat? I can't eat that. All right.
He wants that grass fed. He's being a little bougie about it.
Why is that deer eye bigger than the other one?
Exactly.
It's brownfield deer.
I thought horns are supposed to be on the head.
You know, like this rancid deer meat this venison you trying to feed my family with.
Hey man, I'm just saying, brother. I just see them out on the Bishop Ford all the time, laying out there. So if you want to go get them, listen. I saw a coyote walking down
dime a dozen, man.
93rd in South Chicago. Just walking down the street.
I just saw one the other day too.
You in Arizona?
You in the desert, Ryan? You should see.
It's the natural habitat.
It was the biggest coyote I've ever seen.
Yeah,
how big was it?
Yeah,
big. It looked like a
husky.
Yeah, but bigger. I would say a little bit bigger than a husky.
You saw a wolf.
How close were you to it?
Too close. I was on the bike, so I was confident that I could get away from it.
Jeez.
All right.
You ever seen a dog react to a bike?
I know, right?
I don't know if you should be confident.
I don't like to slip around on my logic. The point is the coyote, not my logic around the coyote.
Did it seem like it was going to come after you?
No.
It was too busy.
No,
it looked like it was just looking for trash, basically.
Yeah, they stay away from humans. They don't mess with humans unless you walk up on them.
Unless you try to put them in your house while your husband's on a business trip. There's like an ongoing internet meme about people, and specifically in Chicago, like housewife ladies, like being like, "This dog's torn apart our couch twice since you've been gone," and the husband comes home. It might be a little bit of an urban legend, but and people goofing off on the internet. But yeah, look.
No, you know what?
This.
Actually, I remember a story Salma Hayek told. Actually, my wife showed it to me, and she was like, "You gotta watch."
You just totally took me off in another direction. We were talking about coyotes. All of a sudden, now I can't focus.
Oh well, I mean, Selma Hayek. But anyway,
yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. So she brought in these dogs. What she thought was dogs, but they end up being coyotes. She
Salma
really,
Hayek did?
yes, she really thought they were dogs, and she was
How
like,
do I not know that story?
Hey, man,
Except
listen,
some random Trixie in
everybody-
Lincoln Park.
everybody don't know what's going on in them streets. She thought it was a dog. She brought it in the house. She was like, "Oh shit, it's a coyote." So
And
it's
then
something
what
along
did she
those
do?
lines, huh?
Then what did she do?
What'd you say again? She got it. I
What
mean,
did
she
she
got it
do?
up out of the house. If she was feeding them, there was by her house. She was feeding them something, but she thought they were dogs. Thought they was dogs. And next thing you know, it's like, no, baby, those are coyotes. And speaking
Man,
also, hold on,
Those coyotes do
Speaking of
anything to Selma.
No.
We're just gonna exterminate them all.
wait a minute. Speaking of Selma Hayek, we went to a wax museum, and I took a picture with the wax Selma Hayek. So I'm just
I was gonna say earlier, D,
couldn't send
you
us
were
that?
probably
You
jealous of that
I'm-
coyote.
I'm- I'll
Like,
send
why
it to-
couldn't
I'll
I
send
be
it to
the
you right
dog
now.
that she takes in?
Yeah, send it to
I'll
us.
send it to you right now.
Oh my god, he's over here just with Selma Hayek on the brain.
Well, my wife's just like, she knows like you like a creep. So I said, okay, I ain't gonna put it down. But
Ken,
I looked a little creepy.
What the fuck were you doing to that damn wax chicken? Like, D, watch your pants down. You gotta take a
Right.
picture with this.
this is getting too graphic for the flip.
Oh,
Oh my
wait a
god.
minute.
It's saying something.
My baby cousin, he's about 5. All the women wax. He was like grabbing the tookish,
Oh,
blowing them kisses.
Oh boy.
I didn't see it. But I saw her pictures. They was like, man, he was in there kind of handsy, aren't you, little fella?
Oh my god.
Kind of handsy. I mean, I'll send y'all.
Taking after Uncle Dirty.
But real quick, you went to the Smoky Mountains this past weekend. Tell us about
Yeah.
that, D, real quick.
Man, listen. I just sent y'all the pics. It was cool. It was cool. 9-hour drive, something that I hate to do. I don't like long drives anymore.
I'm with you totally.
My older years upon me, and I hate the long drives. So, but other than that, it was cool, man. We had a big cabin up in the Smoky Mountains.
You gotta have a
cabin looked
floor
nice.
in the front one before you could use that excuse.
That cabin looked
There
nice.
it is.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that cabin did look nice.
Yeah,
Hot
the
tub.
the cabin was sweet. It was 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, inside pool, pool table, jacuzzi, game room, 3 theater room. It was sweet. It was sweet.
How much was it?
I don't even know, man. We just gave some money to my mama, so she was like, "Hey, do this." I was like, "All right, here we go." Because this was supposed to happen because of the pandemic. Last year, me and the missus and the little one were supposed to be in San Francisco the same week as my people being down there in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That's the birthplace, the hometown of Dolly Parton. So,
Shout out to Dolly Parton. We love home.
Jolene.
yeah, my birthday sister, Dolly Parton. But no, we were supposed to be in San Fran. It's supposed to be down there. So me and the missus are going to Hawaii in about 3 weeks. So this trip opened up with the family, and they was like, "Yeah, come on." So we hopped on down there. So we rode on down there, man. Only thing that kind of sucked, I never drove that far southeast. Like I went to Nashville, right? You go through the mountains. Going to Pigeon Forge, you really go through the mountains. You go a little more east. I think he was like almost on the border of
North Carolina.
South Carolina,
Virginia or North Carolina.
Yeah. So the mountains were serious. Driving, big rigs, 18 rigs on the road, man, and raining. That wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like having to lean back a little bit because of the big trucks. But other than that, man, riding through the mountains, man, never want to do that again. So real quick,
I hate it.
I hate it too.
Am I the only one who likes distance driving?
I hate it. I cannot.
I don't like the
Distance I'm
commute.
okay
I don't
with,
like
but I don't like
commute.
driving through the mountains.
Don't like it at all. The next time we go, I'm like, listen, we flying. So I'm talking about flying into Knoxville, which I have cousins down in Knoxville too, so I can like kick it with them for a little bit. So fly to Knoxville, rent a car, then drive over. It's only like 45 minutes away, so it's a lot closer. So I'm like, I do that. I paid a little extra bread. I'm not for this drive. But man, we was leaving, I think, from the wax museum and all the other stuff we was doing, and you know how Google Maps or whatever like that, go through the navigation, they have you miss all the traffic. So I got my mother and my grandmother in the car with me. And my old man. My mother and grandmother are wrecks because it's like, I don't like this. I don't like these mountains. I don't want to be here. My grandma like, I don't like this vacation. I want to go. She was like, oh, I guess it ain't that bad. But when we first got there, she's like, I don't like this. I don't like these mountains. So we going back to the cabin. the GPS had me go a back route. So literally, dude, I'm like, go this back route. I have to tell them, please, like, be quiet. Like, listen, just shut up. I'm trying to drive. Be quiet.
Right.
I hate telling my grandma to
Focus.
shut up. I'm trying to focus, grandma.
I hope you do hate telling your grandma shut up. I love it.
Be
It's a
quiet,
passion
lady.
of mine.
Be quiet. So, dude, I bust
Don't
a
tell me
right.
the way that is behind the wheel.
Wait a minute, I bust a right and literally right next to the truck. No gate, no nothing. A gigantic fucking Clydesdale horse. All I see is the back of a horse's ass. Literally, a horse's ass. I'm turning and I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was a cow. I'm driving like, man, that's a damn horse. I said, oh shit, where am I? So they literally took me on the back roads. Dude, I was going about a good 15 miles per hour when I should have been. Everybody down there used to drive these roads. You supposed to be doing 25. I ain't messing with it. A straight cliff going into the ditch on the right side of me. I'm like, no, I can't do this. Also, I could miss the traffic. I would have kept my black ass in the traffic. I ain't trying to drive on these mountains and these roads. So that was kind of interesting. But other than that, man, we had a good time. It was about 25 of us out there. We all had different cabins, whatever like that, across around. We wasn't all right by each other, but kind of spread out a little bit. But it was cool, man. The views, man, the mountains are beautiful. If you ever get a chance to get down that way, man, it's gorgeous. I got me some moonshine. That was good. I had a little sip of that. But it was a good relaxing
Commercial
vacation.
moonshine or illegal moonshine?
Oh, I'm not trying to go blind, Ken.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Wait a minute. I went to the Kroger's. Now check this out. I didn't know this. I know it's one Kroger in Chicago, on 95th Street, back up by Oaklawn. But I went to the Kroger's. I'm like, man, I want to give me some moonshine. Like, all right, I'm sure they sell something. They don't sell hard liquor in the Kroger's. I'm like, where's your whiskey? Well, the lady was like, we don't sell that. We sell very expensive wine. I said, I want to say, half of you in Tennessee. Where's the whiskey? Where's the whiskey? So, but she was like, well, it's a distillery across the street, but I don't know about that, but you better just find something you get back home. So I just did a quick Google search and found a moonshine, like a legal, nice moonshine distillery, like 2 minutes away. I took my grandmother to go shopping for a second. So we wanted to go shopping when she's out there. So I took her over there to go shopping. I found the distillery. So next time y'all come over, I got some White Lightning, 120 proof. I got some Rattlesnake whiskey. I think that's the brand name of it. I don't know, but that's like 90 proof. And I got some coffee flavored moonshine. A little something, a little taste.
Got me interested in that one.
Yeah. So y'all can get
the 120 you're supposed to mix. You're supposed to mix the 120.
Are you?
Yeah, you are, but I didn't, but you are supposed to mix the 120.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drink it.
You're not supposed to use Q-tips in your ears either.
Wait, what'd you say, Ryan?
You're not supposed to use Q-tips in your ears either.
But if you're not using it for that, what the F are you using it for?
I saw a lady with a Q-tip in her mouth driving the car one day. Was that nasty?
What?
Yeah, she had a Q-tip in her mouth.
Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah. Unless she was like something was bleeding in there and she was trying to soak it up. But that's
she had a Q-tip. I saw the other end of the little cotton
on the go DNA test.
I gotta see if I got corona.
Gotta prove this child is his.
Oh man. But yeah, man, the vacation was great, Ken. Vacation was great.
That's good. So let's kick it off. All right. A funny dad. This is from In the Know. A funny dad has gone viral for jokingly destroying his son's first house. The TikTok is cracking up. Go ahead, Ryan. Let that one run. You know, I didn't notice that when I first watched the video there was so many N-words in that song. I feel uncomfortable now
I
playing.
know. I've noticed that too.
I said, what did you find here? What was you? Are you sneakily trying to disrespect us? Wait till I put this one on their ass.
I guess I got to read it for you too. I didn't know that. I thought I just had to send you the story.
Wait a minute, hold
I'll
on.
make sure to type them out too.
Wait a minute, this is a question. Ken is the only one over here has a son. So Ken, will little Ken get his house? Are you gonna go and just fuck it up one day, just like turn over the tables?
No, I mean I'm definitely gonna leave some dishes on the table. And like, yeah, you know, I may do something like that. I mean, he's gonna have to serve me now. Know that. I'm not gonna lift a finger. No,
you came out of my balls.
Right. Exactly. No, I wouldn't do that to my son's crib. Like, I'm supposed to be trying to bring him up, not break him down. Of course, now that was clearly the dude his name is Chris Clough. It was his house because his son is 6 years old. But no, I wouldn't do that. Also, too, if you're gonna show your toilet, you gotta get up there and clean that bottom upper rim. Like, you can see the closer that bottom upper rim was, because right here was smaller. But when I was watching the video earlier, I was like, listen, I'm not gonna say like my bottom upper rim is flawless right now, but I'm not putting it out to go viral on TikTok. All right, you got to scrub up under that little bit, buddy, if you're going to put that out on the TikTok. And then, like, another thing, too, why do you have a rack of shirts in the living room? I don't understand it. I mean, some of the stuff, listen, he's more comfortable than me. Because I'm gonna have to clean up before we run this TikTok in my crib. All right, I'm sorry. It's gonna have to look a little bit better than that. Is what I got to say about it. But no, I would definitely do that to either one of my children. They have not pissed me off to that level that I would do that to them.
Well, there you go.
Right?
Yeah,
you're right.
There's still a lot of time.
Well, listen, the boy is 6 years away from being 18.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All right. Like, yeah, I'm his dad. Think about how crazy that the boy is 6 years away. Like that, he gets on my nerves because he's a boy, right? And sometimes it's like, I don't like another male on me like that, right? But then I remind myself that this is my baby, and at one point he's not going to want to be up under me, and I better appreciate it while I got it. Because he's gonna be gone before I know it. All right. Yeah. So I have to remind myself.
He's gonna be testing the old man's strength one day. Come on, man.
He don't want that smoke.
Hey man, one day it's gonna happen. You gonna be like,
check
back in. You quit playing, man.
I'm gonna have to show him the South Side. I've given up on that with trying to make Kenton a version of me when it comes to anger issues. That's not him, and I have to live with that. He's not one that seeks out the smoke for the most part. All right, I could turn into a smoke seeker real quick. All right, you know, and I mean, hopefully he defends himself if anything goes down, but he's not. Yeah. And I have to understand that my son is who he is, and I'd be happy too because we didn't raise him. We didn't raise him like that. So my son is much more of a suburban kid than an inner city kid, to be honest about him.
Let's wait until he gets to high school.
Listen, I want him to stay just like you. I don't want him to be with Pookie. I know, especially with what these fools are out here doing. He can stay as bland as possible. Son, go and do what you need to do. And listen, it's funny, and I'm gonna get off point. I remember me and Afton used to talk about, man, can we ever live in the suburbs? And be like, hell no, we city kids or whatever, right? I'm good. Right? Like I'm good. Like, to be honest with you, I'm good, man. The city is just, when you open the news up, man, it's disheartening to say the least. And even though nothing happened, we all three of us live in the city. Yeah. The two of us live on the south side. Nothing happens in my area. I live in a pretty quiet area, same with D, but it's still just one of those things. No, I probably, that's a whole nother different. I put in a bid on a house, D, right? And the house had asbestos. Yeah, it had asbestos. It had the wrong breaker box for the breakers that were in the box. The person that owned this house used to do or have someone do a lot of DIY work. It was some of the electrical in the back it wasn't regulated. So it was basically going to cost us, on top of buying this house, 30 to 40,000 to get it to the point that it needs to be. Right. So I had to get my escrow back off of that one.
Whoa.
Yeah, it hasn't been. Also there's a market. It's a seller's market.
Bad time
right now.
Yeah.
It's a seller's market right now. So as of right now, no. Then also it just got to the point where, our savings are so nice right now. It's like
back it up,
and
man.
Now
so
with more
that number more and more.
Yeah, now with more income coming in, it's like, well, how much can I stack? Right. So it's like let's just wait and jump back out into the market. You know what I'm saying? And just just hesitate instead of, oh man, we got to do this. Let's just wait because the market it was crap. But with this the crib that we was talking about a month ago with all the build-ins and stuff, it was sweet. The only thing that was lacking was the backyard didn't have any green space in it, but we would have settled for that.
It was all concrete.
It was all concrete because it was on a place. So the back of the lot was somewhat smaller, and it had a garage. It was long, but the garage took up a decent amount of space. But we would have settled for that. Then we went to this place in Mary Nook that was sweet. It was a little small though, but was sweet. And the funny thing about the next day, and this lets you know how the viewing was go up. They went up $10,000. It was like, damn. And they were supposed to. They were like, we need a bid in tomorrow by 3 p.m. Right. The next day they was like, the bidding was so well. They was like, yeah, we gonna go up another 10.
And somebody got that child credit come through like that. $10,000.
Right. Hey. That credit that child credit didn't hurt to say the least. It didn't hurt them to say the least.
Not at all.
But all right, jumping back in. This one's out of the Griot. I believe, now I may mess up this young lady's name, but I believe it's Ijima Ukinta. Well, captured this bizarre incident in which Abigail Elphick charged at her and then later becomes hysterical when she realized she's being recorded. A white woman caught on the camera attacking a black woman in Victoria's Secret store had a full-blown meltdown after realizing her rude and violent behavior had been caught on camera. I know we've all seen this, but Ryan, can you play for us again, please?
Oh, God. No. Excuse. Now you are. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do you see this? Oh, my God. I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me. And now she... Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh, my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Oh, my God. This don't even feel real. This do not feel real. Oh. I didn't try to hit you. Please don't record me. Don't record me. Y'all had to get security. She charged me. If I wouldn't have ducked, she would. Oh no, you just wanted security for me, right? I want security for you now. No, don't cry. No. I want you to call security. Thank you. I just came to get my free panty. You know how you get the coupon in the mail? And I got to pick up my Converse boots from Nordstrom's. I don't know.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that part before. I just came to get my free panties. And
I didn't hear that part either.
Oh, she said I came to get my free panties.
And this one is going off on me.
It's going to cost me, right? Listen.
Oh, man.
I thought about Emmett Till when I saw this. And I thought also about the Exonerated Five when I saw this, because this is how mugs get lynched and get in situations when you have people with privilege.
Don't forget about Tulsa. Don't forget about what kickstarted.
Good one, exactly, D. Where like imagine if this lady didn't record that, what the story would have been. Yeah. All right, and if you go on and watch it, people in the store ask her, stop recording her. And in some regards, it could come off seeming cruel because that lady was having a mental breakdown, but that lady accosted her. Like she ran up on her and then flipped the script when she saw that, oh, you recorded me. And now, so now I want to get fired at my job. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm sitting here and it's about you doing me wrong like this. Again, sorry that lady had a mental breakdown, but still fuck her. She had no reason to put her hands on that lady. You can't be out in the streets if you can't control yourself. You need to sit your ass down someplace. But even on a more important note, and some of the examples that we mentioned, that's how a lot of people end up being. I mean, black people and a lot of times black males and females being in some real messed up situations when a white woman of privilege tries to flip the script on them. A lot of bad things have come from that. So again, feel sorry for her, but fuck her for life. Davis.
That pretty well covers that.
I haven't done a Davis in a long time. Actually, I haven't done Davis in about 2 years. It just hit me.
Asian Jock brings it out.
He does.
Well, listen, I echo everything you said, Ken. What's crazy right now, I think, is a simple fact of how many people are getting recorded on so many levels. You have people just say everyday Joe and James to law enforcement to political officials to everybody, right? Everybody's getting tapped. Everybody taking pictures. Somebody taking a picture of them, or they getting recorded.
Justin Bieber just yelling at his wife, Haley, and it's all.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh, you hold on for that one. I didn't know about that one, Ryan.
I didn't know about that one.
I also didn't know.
Yeah, but what always trips me out, and I think I said this when we was doing D and Davis show and D and Davis flip, right? It still boggles my mind that you still gonna go out there and act a damn fool, and you know somebody's gonna record you. Like that should be on the back of your mind. Or everybody's I don't want to say just about every human, but damn near every person in the first world country, somebody is probably recording you. If it's not an individual citizen, it's probably a camera, a Ring doorbell, or a security camera. Everybody's getting filmed at all times. It's rare with somebody. It's rare when you're not on camera for something, right? I know it sounds Big Brother, but that's just the kind of way it is. So I would think you want to comport yourself in a good manner, but then you see what happened with people on airplanes. They fighting on airplane and hitting flight attendants or fighting in the lobbies. That could be with drinking, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know what happened after the pandemic, but it seems as if everybody's a little bit more comfortable. I always say this. People have always been this crazy. We're just finally filming them. Like, as you said, Ken, this reminds you of Emmett Till. I said it could remind you what happened with the cook-off for Tulsa. I wish we could have had video cameras back then, so it would have been like, oh man, these Negroes are right. They're not just down there just saying some crazy shit. They actually getting their asses kicked for no damn reason. So now you have people with the power of a cell phone, and it's able to finally expose a lot of people. So yes, she definitely had a mental breakdown when people are recording you, or you feel someone recording you. Yeah, there's no telling where your mind is going to go nowadays. But as you said, Ken, fuck her, and you know what I'm saying, be a better person. The moral of the story is just to be a better person. I don't know what happened beforehand, but something must have popped off for this lady, the black lady, to start recording her. And you see it the first turn on, she's charging the lady, trying to attack her. So, hey man, whatever comes to
the right one.
Yeah,
she's lucky she chose her because she could have ran up on the wrong one.
Yeah,
as soon as you hit her, it's all legal. As soon as you hit her,
it's a lot of people don't believe in recording, but believe in punching. So you know what I'm saying, you want to go up against somebody who believe in recording, not be able to put the foot up your ass. So just be a better person. That should be the moral of the story.
I got a warning too, real quick. Okay. If I'm ever on the plane and you feel that this is your chance to get real spicy and act a fool, you about to get a lot of lumps upside your head, because I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm not playing with nobody going crazy on the plane. I'm just letting you know.
Did y'all do the story about the dude who tried to open up the
door? I don't know if we did that one. I don't remember if we did that one.
We missed.
Yeah, maybe we missed. I feel like we talked. I feel like we may have talked, because I know I'm telling you. No, I was talking to my cousin, Alfred's cousin, and just saying about, like, for instance, like before 9/11, we never knew that someone was actually going to use a kamikaze in one of our commercial airplanes. Right. We never expected it. It was right. Then with the flight that went down in Pennsylvania, when they heard what was going on and they forced themselves into the cabin and plunged that plane down instead of letting it get to I believe with the White House, perhaps was where that one was headed to. The Pentagon, because they hit the Pentagon. They hit the Pentagon.
They was heading to the White House.
but after that, I'm telling you, we may be on different sides of the aisle. We may be on different streams of economics. It's nothing gonna bring us all together like somebody going nuts trying to get into the cockpit on the plane. It's gonna be a huge kumbaya moment of kicking some ass taking place. And if you got a box, if you got a box cutter, it's not gonna work. All right, you better be nicking arteries left and right because it's just not gonna work. If you got a gun, I guess a plastic gun. We got more bodies. I'm just dog. I'm not settling for it. Dog.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's not how I'm going down. Somebody making a scene on a plane is like the equivalent, like in the niche world of like when somebody tries to run in a wrestling ring and the wrestlers just take full range to just get in all of their shots. Yeah. And they're not faking those punches. That's all of us on a plane. Like I'm a pretty pacifistic person. Like I realize that like it's not realistic. You have to have just, wars with just causes and like self-defense and things like that. But if anybody's trying to cause a ruckus on a plane, I'm going to fucking get my licks in. Like I'm going to fucking
You better. Here comes Jason. Hold on. Hold him, D. Hold him, D. You better.
I'm glad we got this all established before Mexico. That's good.
Dude. Listen, that will be the worst flight to ever try that on. All right, we're all on a plane together, and you decide that you're going to do that. That's the dude.
Tulum is like Black Mexico right now. You don't want to mess around with none of them flights going down to Tulum.
Dude, you lucky we in the sky, because if we wasn't, we would throw your ass out of that damn plane. All right, like
make a landing right now.
Exactly.
We'll finish the trip
later. As this plane land, I'm whooping your ass,
dude. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right,
we good.
This one is near and dear to our hearts. The older gents on this podcast. This is from Entertainment. Biz Markie, the crown prince of hip hop, best known for his 1989 global smash "Just a Friend," has died, according to his representative Jenny Uzumi. His death was not yet been disclosed, but Uzumi said the rapper, singer, DJ, producer, actor, comedian, and writer peacefully passed away Friday evening with his wife Tara Hall by himself. Markie had been hospitalized in April last year due to complications from his type 2 diabetes, and also last December he was reportedly living in a Maryland rehabilitation facility after suffering a diabetic coma and a stroke. He was 57 years old. First of all, and the headline is "Just a Friend" rapper Biz Markie dead at 57. This goes back to when VH1 used to run that stuff like One Hit Wonders and stuff like that. Yeah. And they would put "Just a Friend" on there, and it would really piss me off. All right. Because way before Just a Friend was The Vapors. All right. Before hip hop had crossed over, this was one of the biggest songs of that year that it dropped in like 84, 85 or something like that. Yeah. All right. It was Biz Markie's The Vapors. And like if you know hip hop, you know that in a way the Vapors was bigger than Just a Friend, but hip hop has started being on MTV. So Just a Friend, because the comic element, it blew up. But he had more hits than Just a Friend. Biz Markie, man. I saw Biz Markie at the House of Blues with De La and Common. He was DJing there. Always loved Biz Markie, the humor, just everything about Biz Markie that he brought to hip hop. And it's sad that the brother passed. And during the pandemic, when you first heard about it, that he had been going through this long. I'm happy that the gentleman is free and is not going through anything else. But shout out to Biz Markie, man, one of the original ones that brought some levity, but also more than just levity to hip hop. And it's bigger than just the human beatbox. But I'm sure, D, you got some Biz Markie memories and something that you want to say.
Yeah, I actually met Biz Markie. I met him when I was interning for a promotion company in 2001, 2002. You remember Ken, they used to have the old school hip hop concerts at the Erie Crown Theater. Mm-hmm. And Biz Markie was DJing. I also met MC Light, the Brats, Biz Markie. I can't remember who else was on that tour. But the one thing that stood out to me was how big of a man he was. He was a big dude. So when he walked in because I was behind the stage or whatever, and he walked in, and I was like, holy shit! First, I was starstruck, like, damn, that's Biz Markie. And then as he got closer, I was like, damn, that's Biz Markie. That's a big dude. But man, he was cool as hell, super nice. Shook my hand. I told him I was a big fan. So I had to be 19 years old when I met him. But he was great, man. Like you said, the Vapors was huge. Also, too, what kind of put that song back on the map is when Snoop did a remake for it.
Yeah, but that Snoop's remake was trash on the Dog Club.
Because this was Snoop was on all his albums. He would remake an old school classic hip hop.
Right.
Because first on Doggy Style, it was Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie.
Yeah, on Dog File, I believe it was Vapors. And he was sounding. I think Biz Markie might even been in that video.
Vapors came out in '88. Vapors came out in '88.
Yeah, I want to tell you, I think he was even in that video. But no, man, Biz Markie is like a hip hop icon. I know a lot of people, like you said, can't think about him as like a one hit wonder. But in hip hop, dude, it's like a godfather. You know what I'm saying? Right. That early hip hop era, the 80s and the early 90s, man, Biz Markie was the man. And still was, you know what I'm saying? Producing, like you said, DJing. That was really cool that he was doing. He kind of like reinvented himself plenty of times. I forgot he was on an episode of Blackish. I think Tracy Ellis Ross put some pictures up of him when he was on the show, I believe. So then he was doing acting. So man, it's sad to hear that he's passed away. I believe a few months ago, either last year, there was a rumor that he died then.
Mm-hmm.
So might have been when Ken, you spoke up. He had went to a diabetic coma or he had a stroke or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people tried to you know what I'm saying, write him off then, but obviously he didn't. Thank God we got more time with Biz Markie. But I mean, he's definitely going to be missed, man. I mean, a true hip hop legend.
That Master Ace song, where he imitates Biz Markie on the song. Biz Markie was supposed to be on there, but I guess he didn't show up. I remember one thing too, and it just hit me hearing you talk about him at the House of Blues. I remember he had on this chunky chain and
chunky chain. Yes,
dude, it was rainbow colored from the ice. When the ice hit the light, it twinkled and glistened. It was like, is that red, blue? And it was nice, right? I remember it was nice, right? And I remember he didn't want to do something. I remember that Daylight and Common hyped him up, like, come on. But yeah, that's great that you actually got to meet him.
Yeah.
D, like just a legend of hip hop, man. And I saw Chuck D posted this thing. About how many hip hop legends have died since last December. It was like 9 of them, right? It's just crazy. I mean, I was just thinking about Houdini. Like, damn, how the hell can Houdini go on tour without ecstasy just to get some money?
Yeah,
right. Like, how do you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, man, to see all these rap legends go, man. We definitely have to start taking better care of ourselves.
I mean, I'm sorry to jump in, but one thing that stuck out to me, he was only 57 years old. Now think about it. Mm-hmm. I think when we think about hip hop legends, because hip hop is still a very young genre of music, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're starting to, as we get older, we're starting to see our icons, our heroes, our favorite MCs and DJs and producers start to pass on. But 57 years old is young. It's young, but he has some health complications, and you know, saying sometimes that happens at earlier ages than that. But it's kind of weird to start to see like our legends either like come out on stage and be like, damn, like wow, yeah, you're getting up there in age, aren't you? But that reminds you like, damn, I'm getting
up there. I'm
in there too.
It's kind of equivalent.
Also too, man, just to kind of see people pass away, man, it's weird. I mean, it's gonna be days, Jason. It's gonna be days when we get the news, like, you know, this hip hop icon is like, I grew up with the album and this and that, right. And that's gone. Is man.
Bow Wow dead.
They'd be like, Bow Wow dead. We're gonna be like, no.
You get that wave, right? You get that first wave of the people who died because of the overdose, and like early, like that Curse of 27 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you get in that later wave where you get people who actually got old but didn't take care of themselves. Yeah. And I feel like for like a lot of rock and roll types, like not early rock and roll, because I was even earlier, but like the heart of rock and roll.
Mhm.
Like that period was like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then there was a period of time where it seemed like every wrestler you knew and loved like died in like the 2010s.
Yep.
But because that was just the age, that 40 to 60
40.
range. So that's where everybody was. And now we're there with like the 80s hip hop legends, early 90s hip hop legends even.
Yeah.
They're getting up to that point. So yeah, I think it is going to be one of those things where it's just like another one. Because I remember the one that stands out for me because he's the most famous person I've probably ever met and talked to face. But Fife dying almost exactly a year to the day when I met him on Lawrence's show. And was there with Ethan Shaw and took the photo for Ethan, but I was trying not to fanboy, so I'm the intern and I say no. And I was like, Ethan, no one's gonna believe me that I actually met Fife. He's like, I'll go to the death for you. And I still have that photo. You did a good job. I'll take that to my grave. I'll take that to my grave. So shout out to Ethan Shaw as well.
I gotta say something. I gotta say something I never said on air before, right? So I was in Atlanta this one time, right?
Uh-oh.
Another one of these Atlanta stories from Ken.
Oh man, I was listen, I was big time. I was big time. In my head, I was an urban legend in my head at the time, right? I was an urban legend in my head, right? I was doing it big at this moment in my life, right? and I'm in Atlanta and I'm getting my hair cut, and right in front of me, waiting to get his haircut is Fife. And I don't say nothing. Oh, wow. Right?
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah,
really?
sitting right in front of me.
I heard the story before.
I know, because I was wrong, and I
Too busy telling those stripper stories from Atlanta.
I never wanted to talk about it because I was wrong. I was wrong. I should have been like, "Hey, Fife" or whatever. But I was too busy being cool. You know?
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was
too busy. I mean, and I'm not even joking. I mean, like directly in front of me. And you know how barbershops aren't that wide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just usually a space to walk between the barbers and seats. So he's right there in front of me waiting, and I don't be like, just, hey man, I love your music, whatever, because I'm just trying to be too cool for school or whatever, and I shouldn't have been like that. And I apologize to Fife Dog postmortem for me being an ass.
Surprisingly, I think Ken, we've met people when we're doing the show, from Lance Briggs to Olin Cruz to many of athletes or whatever like that, right? Surprisingly, as long as you're cool with them, they're gonna be cool with you. And I come across that even like some of the musicians when I first out of college, interning, trying to get into the music business, and actually was in the music business for a few years. Was doing that. I came across quite a few people, and as long as you like respectful and cool to them, just like, hey brother, I love what you do. They can be like, hey, thanks, and keep it pushing, man. You can talk to. I can't remember if I ever came across somebody that was an ass. I don't think I've ever really come across a celebrity. Dude, I've made Subway sandwiches on the west side for Crucial Conflict. It's Crucial Conflict.
And they probably made Subway sandwiches too. I'm an ass. I apologize.
They were really nice to me. They were really cool to me.
Which ones was it? Which Crucial Conflict members was it?
What was the
I got a feeling Cold Hard was wait, Cold Hard. It was Wild Style.
Wild Style. I met Wild Style.
Was the producer.
I met Wild Style at George's Music Room at a photo shoot for a hip hop group I was working with back when I was like 18 and 19 years old too. I met him before. What was the one with the kind of tall one with the they all had braids.
I can't remember.
I met him at the place where my professor had his business at for the online business. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I was like I worked with an online company who had a first contract with Apple Music. So I was in ingesting music at like 21 years old, like when the first people to start ingesting music into Apple Music. So I met him at that building. It was a short, dark-skinned cat. I can't remember his name, but he came in the subway.
Wild Style, Cold Hard, Never.
Was it Never? It might have been Never.
Probably Never. That's some Chicago shit right there. Yeah. What's his name? Never. Never try me.
It might have been him. I think it was him and Twister. They both came to my old man Subway on the west side, Pulaski and Madison. Yeah, and like, I mean, like people saw them coming in Chicago hip hop legends, right? And they walk like, yeah. But they were always cool. They're always cool with people. So moral story is, as long as you're not an asshole to people, to stars, they won't be assholes to you. They really nice.
Unless
D,
I
they
have
were
a
just
bad
being
day.
nice because you were making their sandwich.
The sandwiches, they ain't want the secret
Hey,
sauce.
I was a
Real quick.
sub. I was a sandwich artiste. God damn it,
I got a
sandwich
question,
artiste.
I got a question. A friend of mine's, Phil Toshin, interviewed Olin Krutz about a week or two ago. And Olin on that said like he was 6 feet. And I was like, it ain't no with a chance in hell he just 6 feet. Because I was like, it was a day that me and D had to walk past him through a door and he's lost the weight. But I'm like, I'm topping out at the top of 5. I'm like, it's no way that man was about 6'2". Yeah, he was. Listen, thin Olin is intimidating. It's big Olin.
No, he's taller than 6 feet.
I don't want that type of smoke, right?
Yeah, some
you don't
people
want
that
the jaw
just got
breaker.
it. Energy.
I haven't had
And
this
an attitude.
opportunity,
Olin's
and
one of them.
since D, you're back, real quick. Sticking with music, I need to get your opinion on some of the last verses that have taken place.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
All right.
I've seen them all.
All right. So one, Keep Sweating, Bobby Brown. What was your thoughts?
Listen, I'm not. You know what? I think I saw Keith Sweat perform live when I was like 8 years old. My auntie took me to a concert. I think it was Keith. Listen, Keith Sweat. I didn't know Keith Sweat helped write, co-wrote, Just Got Paid. Didn't know that.
For Teddy Riley, all that New Jack Swing stuff, him and Teddy Riley was like this a lot of times.
Yeah,
because Teddy Riley produced that.
He produced it. I didn't know his penman. I know his pen. His pen is nice. His pen is nice. I didn't know all the songs. Go back in the New Jack, but he sounds like a dying cat when he's singing. He sounds like a dying cat when he's singing. Listen, I want no smoke from the Sweat Hotel. All I'm trying to say is, brother, he's not a good singer to me. So Bobby Brown, he had to get all the old Bobby out of his voice. But when at the second half, he must have went into some me's and my, and he sounded a little bit better. So I think it was entertaining because Keith Sweat was drunk. He was fucking lit. The Ciroc. He said, I can't stop drinking this Ciroc. He was lit. I know. And also, Keith Sweat's like damn, 60 years old. Didn't know that either. It's like it go back to a point talking about like, man, it's surprising how old people are, but it lets you know how old you are. So it was entertaining because Keith Sweat was entertaining, and he was fucking drunk. And I don't like his singing, but he made it entertaining. So that was a fun one, I guess. Yeah, it was a fun one.
Did you see Bow Wow and Soulja Boy?
I would not let my eyes. I wouldn't allow my eyes.
I knew you would do. It was so effing entertaining, dude.
It was.
I'm telling you, it was so effing entertaining.
Oh wow!
It's one of the funniest verses ever. All right, one of the funniest.
Soulja Boy is hilarious. Soulja Boy is funny as
Soulja Boy. He was the key. But Bow Wow. The fact that both of them did the dances from those videos was crazy. And I'm like, dude, I said to after, I said, they're gonna be 50 years old doing this shit, right? But the fact, and this is funny because it's like Soulja Boy, it's the same weight as almost back there, but it's like he grown and he's doing the dances and the zoom. And I was like, this shit, dude, watch it. It was funny as hell, right? It was so the crowd was whack. The crowd was whack, but it was fun. They went for it, right? They weren't playing. Real quick.
Yeah.
When with the Bobby Brown and the Keith Sweat, I'm gonna give a comparison. When they first was sitting out there until Diddy called, remember Keith Sweat came out, I was like, yeah, Diddy called. You could tell him he told them to get their asses up. He's like, that's the rock check ain't coming. Y'all better get out there and do something. Yeah. Listen, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, it was none of that. They sold out for that thing. And it wasn't my music of my era, but also
oh my God.
Soulja Boy for grown-ups. Soulja Boy had some hits, like the lyrics are terrible. All right, but like the Pretty Boy Swag, and Gucci Bandana. I was young enough when that came out where it was like, that's
yeah.
Kind of hot.
All right, okay.
Turn my swag on. Look, I mean, after we was younger back then, that was some of our jams. It's like, yeah, I'm about to turn my swag on. Like he had some stuff. The lyrics are terrible. But yeah, check that one out. We gonna have to bring D back to do our when we got to do the Locks versus Dipset. And I know you.
See, I'm gonna let you know right now.
You're not the Dipset guy.
I'm not a Dipset guy. I'm a Locks guy.
I know. I'm a Dipset guy. I'm a Dipset guy. I was people could still say in Carbondale, hear me pulling around the corner with some Dipset hitting those corners, man. I was a big Dipset guy.
I was playing some locks for Tony. Coming back from the White Sox game, I was like, I gotta find his locks for Tony. I don't know if he ever heard the first album.
The first one? Oh, the first one.
The first one on Rough Riders. The first one
okay,
on Rough
not
Riders.
the first one on Bad Boy.
No, not the first one on Bad Boys. The first
Okay,
one on Rough
okay.
Riders. And I was like, I gotta find this, and I found it. And I was blasting "Fuck You" right now, Stony Alley. I was like, you gotta hear this. You gotta feel this shit, Tony. Tony Gill, you gotta feel this shit. Fuck you, not you, but that person. Oh man, so I definitely come back for that one. I love the. You know, I know a lot of people aren't big fans of the verses anymore. I saw when the Ghetto Boys was on Breakfast Club. And Willie D was like, man, it's some bullshit. You know, but Willie D is like,
Willie D.
I love
he always says some bullshit. I love him, but he always says some bullshit. He keep it 100.
I love Willie D. But they were saying like how they wouldn't do it, but Scarface said that he would do one with Ice Cube. But he said that
before he said it, I thought Cube was the person he should do. Before he said it, I was like, you should do one against Cube.
I never thought about
that made more sense. It has to be someone who is lyrically serious, but also huge and has content. But you have to be serious because when you're going up against Scarface, you just can't be out here playful with the type of songs that
serious
right. That's some serious. So I was
he said that he said he only way he'll do it is if he can play Ice Cube music and Ice Cube play his music. So that'd be kind of different. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. So I think Scarface is my top 10 of all time. I think I actually like Scarface more than I like Ice Cube, and I love Ice Cube. So
I may be. Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm
man, some of that early Cube, some of that, man, those first 3 or 4 albums from Cube, man,
he had hits.
Huge.
But Scarface, boy,
Scarface is different. Scarface is his own lane in general. Mm-hmm. It's different. It's just as we just totally alienated the other half of the show.
What do you mean? I'm totally entertained by this stuff.
Okay.
I'm soaking it in.
Deep.
Old man rap.
Do this.
Ken, you remember when I texted you about the previous rap death, and I was like, I feel like I need to dig into the back catalog some.
Oh, who was that?
Oh, Gift of Gab. I turned on the jazz channel going to the farmer's market at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m., whatever it was. And I wasn't expecting to,
by the way, Jason.
I wasn't expecting to hear hip hop on the jazz channel, but it was the day after. So they did like a quick in memoriam and then played the song. I was like, shit, I need to know more about this.
Yeah.
What, Blackalicious, I believe, right?
Blackalicious. Yeah. I mean, I definitely enjoyed a couple of their songs, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I was like the deepest Blackalicious fan.
Yeah, I knew a few of their songs too.
I knew a few of their songs. And then that name too was dope too, Blackalicious. But
Blackalicious.
I knew and I know the collective they come from, but I can't sit here and fake like, oh man.
Yeah. Also all kinds of things like that. Like for a long time when the group chat goes to hip hop, I'm just gonna soak in what Kyle has to say, what Melvin's opinion is, and then I'm not gonna actually listen to stuff because I feel like I know something now. Like that was one of those moments I was like, I should probably be a little bit more proactive.
Early Ghetto Boys is some of the best stuff you can hear. I mean, it was straight raw, unfiltered. It was like the NWA of down south. They really were. Right.
Yeah.
Some of the other when Scarface went solo, he was really able to just kind of like just flow and just the storytelling from Scarface is unbelievable. That's the one thing I think a lot of people don't appreciate when they listen to Scarface. The storytelling.
What year was Scarface at his peak? Because I feel like I have a little bit of exposure because of the age that I was.
I want to say
like early 90s.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so it's a little earlier than I was thinking.
He had a 10-year run. Think of
maybe it's the tail end of that 10-year run then.
I always say this. You always hear about athletes, right? Let's bring it back old school Dean Davis. You always hear about athletes and you're talking about going into the Hall of Fame. You got to have a 10-year time span, 8 to 10 years of straight domination or high, level of play. Let me see if you agree with this with me. I would say 91, 92 to 2001. Shit, I might send it to 2003 for Scarface.
Yeah, because you got to still think the early 90s is when he went solo basically.
Mr. Scarface,
and then you got to remember how big he still was on Rock Familia
Yeah,
Because when he's
Def
on
Jam
two
South.
of those tracks, he's
Yeah.
on two of those. Yeah, also, he was one of the people that he helped bring out in Def Jam South was Ludacris.
Yeah. He was a president, right?
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
president of Def Jam South. But when you think about, so that Rock Familiar came out in what, like 99, 98, 99, 2000? And he was on there. He was on there killing it
That
with
probably
Jay-Z
would have
and
been
Benny Siegel at their primes.
a big part of the window of time where I was thinking and knowing and being aware of Scarface. Is that like Luda busting out and all those things, all those features, tracks, and things.
At that time, Jason,
late solo work.
At that time, Jason, like the early 2000s, it was kind of like, I hate to say this because I love Face, and some of his later stuff, even after that, early, I mean, like the 2010, 2009, 10, 11, 12 was still great. It was almost like finally the world had caught the Scarface, but Scarface had almost kind of, he didn't turn
run out of gas a little.
No, not running out of gas. It was almost kind of like when he got with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was kind of like the dude at that time, early 2000s. It was kind of like he made Scarface a little bit commercial. But the greatness about Scarface, he was like an underground king in a sense. Talking about UGK and all them back down in Houston. He was that before UGK. But it was kind of like, oh wow, so now what? New York know about Scarface? It's kind of like, it kind of touched me. It kind of hit me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But it was still great. Like a lot of people think The Fix is his best album. I don't think so. I think it's Untouchable. Untouchable came out in 97, 98. That album alone from beginning to end is unbelievable. That was like Scarface at his peak, about 97, 98 at his peak. So, yeah, Scarface had about that 10-year to 12-year run. Unbelievable MC. I mean, a straight MC. And the reason why I brought him up, I want to give his blessings out to him because his son is going to give him a kidney because Scarface has been going through kidney issues for a while. Wow. Real bad, but yeah, I remember he was talking about having kidney issues, and a lot of people, he got real slim because Scarface was a thick brother. You know what I'm saying? Brad was a big brother, was a thick dude. But he's in a kidney transplant. Thank God for him because, man, in my opinion, he's one of the greatest MCs of all time, in my top 10. So, but no, man, if anybody out there listening don't know about Scarface, go back and listen to early Ghetto Boys and listen.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's come back.
No,
come back to us.
Survive.
Swallowed up by the internet.
Right? Come on, D. Haitian Jack.
Did I?
There you go.
Did I freeze up?
Yeah, you froze up.
Oh, I'm sorry. All
right, we got.
So I'm just saying, Scarface is the man. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so I'm making an executive decision, and I'm cutting out the rest of the show off. We're going straight.
What else?
We're going straight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going straight to your thought. I want to get the D before we jump out of here. Your thoughts on Loki, and do you rate Loki higher than WandaVision? Is Loki your favorite MCU television show so far?
Give me the ranking of all your MCU television shows too.
Well, there's only 3 of them.
So I want the 3 rankings.
Well, we know what the third one is. Thank you, D. I appreciate it because everybody in the streets kind of get me to go to Loki, and I'm like, I think Wanda had encapsulated more stuff, especially how it went from the old. We didn't know how they was gonna flip the Ozzy and Harriet and make it work. And they made it work. And if you kind of grew up to where you had to watch reruns of these old shows to see how they did that and how it was going from different decades. To me, I feel like Loki, the universe was smaller, where WandaVision's universe was larger, and how those show writers and directors had to fit that all in. I'll say this though, I think Loki had the best ending episode of the 3. So mine would be WandaVision, Loki, then Winter Soldier.
I'm with you on that one. That's my exact rankings. I think the reason why WandaVision was so great, and you already mentioned it, is really because anybody's at the age of like between 40, either older than that if you're into it, but let's just say 45 till about maybe 35, maybe, you kind of grew up watching those old rerun TV shows. And we
slightly into that at 33. I was in that same demographic where it's like I Love Lucy and all those different things.
Exactly.
Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver. Exactly.
They still had all this syndication in the summertime. I remember distinctly we were watching Next Gen, but it was the 4th of July, and we were watching the original series.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's just how it was in the early 90s, kids.
We went to the Wax Museum and we saw Lucille Ball, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Lucille Ball." And Grace was like, "What is that?" It's like, yeah. You know, I'm trying to explain to her who Lucille Ball was.
She was huge. She got huge.
And Lucille Ball was the shit back in the day. So I think by them being able to, and WandaVision was, it didn't probably have the ending everybody wanted, but the concept and how they executed that show was genius. It was genius. The way they were throwing these old episodes or old TV shows and then blend them, and at the same time bring you back to MCU. And WandaVision always had you guessing.
Yep.
Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki, they didn't really have you guessing. WandaVision had you. You was like, it's must-see TV for WandaVision. It's must-see TV, kind of like with all of the MCUs, because MCU is just so big right now. But WandaVision was must-see TV because you had to see which of these next old school television shows are they going to flip and make it into the story and still make it work.
It got me to tune in. Yes,
so WandaVision.
I got no interest in the MCU in general, but I was like, I need to know how this blends with my knowledge of the comic books from when I was a kid to what I know about pop culture and television history. And it was compelling, deeply compelling.
Deeply compelling. Ken, I think I agree with you about the end of the Loki, but I think we have that great ending because we know it's going to be a season 2. Yeah. So they had to give you a cliffhanger.
But man, listen, Jonathan Majors was good. Jonathan Majors was good though. He was good.
Where is Tony Gill? Where is Tony Gill at right now? Because he shitted on Jonathan Majors when he came to Lovecraft Country. He shitted on him. Don't worry about it. When I see him Wednesday, I'm gonna pull him to the side. I'm gonna say, how the fuck you eating mayonnaise sandwiches? And how the hell you don't like Jonathan Majors? That's what I'm gonna ask him.
Mayonnaise sandwiches?
That's what I'm gonna ask him. Yeah, you hear that on the Sports Adjacent? Sports Adjacent? Didn't he say that? Yeah, I think he said he eat mayonnaise sandwiches.
I like how we all just sat up and took mayonnaise sandwiches.
That's for poor people. I used to eat mayonnaise sandwiches in the projects.
I think he said mayonnaise sandwiches.
Dude, mayonnaise sandwiches is that's strictly third world countries type of living right there, man.
Listen. Even if it ain't mayonnaise sandwiches,
a masochistic streak in the one Tony Gill.
There is, Jason. You know, there is. It's the Christian in him.
He's got to make himself suffer for the future in heaven or the future with his lovely wife. He can't live for right now. Exactly. We love you. I love you. But you know it's true.
I tweeted Russell Dorsey. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, dude, this shit's crazy as hell. I said, don't worry about it. I got it next time I see it. So, yeah, I think he said mayonnaise sandwiches. I think he said mayonnaise sandwiches.
Dude, that's wild. Dude,
man, you're over here interviewing Ryan Nagy, and he's over there talking about mayonnaise sandwiches on another podcast.
No. Ken is interviewing Matt Nagy, and his mother he's eating a mayonnaise sandwich. Well, this shit's
while producing the interview.
This shit's good, Ken. Give us more of that
Matt Nagy only knew. If Matt Nagy only knew.
Oh no! Miracle Whip on top of it.
Wait! Time out. Did he say it was Miracle Whip too?
No, I think he said mayonnaise, man. I
used to like Miracle Whip, and then I grew up.
I
realized I was wrong.
Yeah,
I realized I was wrong.
All that shit's the same to me.
Cool Whip, Miracle Whip.
No. Mayo is not the same as Miracle Whip.
No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
No, G said that.
I said that.
No, Mayo. Don't disrespect Mayo.
Bullshit thing.
You can keep that tangy, whatever the hell that is.
That's it, Brian. Keep the tang away from my mayo.
It even says on the bottle, mayonnaise with tangy.
Oh,
yeah. I think it does.
Okay.
Mayo with a tangy flavor.
WandaVision is great, but Loki is great. Jonathan Majors, Ken, like you said before, was a phenomenal. I didn't expect it. I kind of expected it, but the way they made the character, the no man one. What is his name?
The one that
remains. The one that remains.
The one that remains. Yeah, that version of Kang.
Right.
That
he's not a variant of Kane in the comic books, but the way they're flipping it and making it to it, it was perfect. Mm-hmm. And also too, I think Kyle sent the article to us earlier today saying how they convinced or hired Jonathan Majors to be Kang is off the one episode of Loki because he was in it. He's like, yeah, we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it. But he was phenomenal, man. Loki was great. Mm-hmm. It was a great show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely was. And what was that? That's Owen Wilson in that one. That's Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson was really good. Owen Wilson was really good, and yeah, really that was. Listen, it was close to WandaVision, but I think WandaVision just had a little bit more special to it. How it just brought all that culture and Americana and stuff into it. That's my only hesitancy when talking about it. But everybody I talked to has been like, no, Loki. And I'm like, I just
really
feel like WandaVision. Most people are going Loki. Wow. Most people are going Loki. I feel like B. Pope after like episode 1 or 2 was like Loki had Loki over WandaVision. I was like, well, damn, right? No. I was like, is there something wrong with
the moment? Question mark?
No, listen, I watch Loki. Maybe Loki is dope. Loki is really dope. But
it might be one of those things for those people that are saying that Loki's better, like Brian was saying. Like, it's just because it's the freshest, and we're not thinking about it in the context of how we're going to feel about both of these shows in 8 months. Both of these shows in 8 months.
How old is Brandon?
That's what I was about to say. I don't think so. I think how young they are, like how we were telling Tony, like, dude, WandaVision is dope. But again, Jason, you saying you're 33. They didn't grow up watching the reruns of those shows.
There's like a cutoff, like right about 1990.
You don't get what they were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So for us who basically we watched those shows like our parents and our grandparents,
there was a shared cultural knowledge.
We got why the parents were sleeping in a room together in separate twin beds because we watched shows like that when we were kids. So and then for them to make a joke about it, we kind of got it. If you didn't grow up with that, it's not necessarily the same.
One regret I have. I know Ken and Ryan and I, we did the recap of Westworld, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Westworld. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm thinking when I first started watching at the end of WandaVision, we were so soaked into it, and we was watching it. The one thing that popped in my head, I said, man, we should have been doing a review show for these MCU shows. The three of us.
Let's do it for Loki too.
It's what, hey, I'm down for whatever. Because listen, this ain't gonna be the only one. Loki 2, we got Hawkeye coming, we got She-Hulk, we got Miss Marvel, we got a lot of them coming in the MCU.
Wait, D. One of us has to watch it though, D, for it to really work. All right, one of us has to actually watch these shows.
We got Disney Plus. Ryan, you got Disney Plus.
Dude, listen, dude. Ryan
I don't,
is on.
But I can get
Ryan is on some different shit down there in Phoenix, bro. All right, I got a different Ryan here from the Ryan that was in your basement. I know, right? I want to ask Ryan some days. I know he is doing the do out there sometimes because it's just like I don't know, Ryan. I don't know, right?
Do we need an explanation, Ryan? Do we need to give him some time to defend himself?
No.
Yeah, Ryan, what's up?
I got nothing.
Also,
I gotta watch the shows.
Just to circle back, if you need backup on Wednesday, let us know. Will they be there for the Tony intervention?
Okay. Definitely.
Listen, man.
Definitely.
I told you.
We have to have an intervention if it's Miracle Whip. I won't accept that.
Yes.
Tony comes to the house every Wednesday. We ride together. We go to the Sox games. And we always he talks to Chanel about his, saying he talks about his girlfriend. He's in love. And
how long have they been together, by the way?
Oh. You said how long they've been together?
Uh-huh.
At least like maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe.
Yeah, I think he brought her up.
Tony's gonna marry her.
I feel like it's been around 6.
Yeah, it feels longer. That's why I was saying.
I don't know if it's been 6 because I remember him telling me about it with the first Sox game. Okay. The first Sox game we went to was like in May.
This is like the third girlfriend Tony's had in like the last year or so.
Really? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, Ryan, Jason, we met I don't know if it was his girlfriend though. I think he just went on a date with that one.
No, that was different.
I love
we don't need to rehash the past.
Yeah,
you can.
We're really just worried about the Miracle Whip possibilities here.
I think it's mayonnaise. What up, Ryan?
You can confirm that when he gets a burger, he doesn't just say bun and mayo. Hold the rest.
No. Tony's go-to stuff at the Sox. He's usually eating some He's usually getting
Churro.
pizza and funnel cakes. He's about to fight
What kind
somebody.
of? What can
Yeah,
of
because
pizza
I
do they
thought-
have
funnel
at
cake.
Sox Park right now? 'Cause
What's
it
your
used to be
go-to,
fine.
D?
What's my go-to? I don't spend nothing,
Yeah.
man. I eat before I go.
I
There
didn't
it
spend nothing
is.
when I went. I didn't spend nothing when I went with him.
No,
It was. I
Fair
was like,
enough.
why? I was
Fair
like,
enough.
yeah,
why?
why?
Back in the days,
about
I've
drink?
been in there getting lit. Back in the days, I'm like, I'm not buying this shit right
man,
now,
listen,
man. I'm good.
I listen. I have a mortgage and a bar downstairs. I drink at home. You know,
Yeah.
real talk. I mean, real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going and giving all my money to Reinsdorf for $15 beers and shit. I get drunk at home. Why am I doing
Go
that?
get that bus.
No
for
wonder you
Reggie's.
can't confirm the
get
mayo
$7
sandwiches. You're just Xing him out whenever he spends $1.
Yeah,
Fool.
that's true. That's true. Tony's like, I'll be back. I'm about to get something to eat. Listen, the first game we went to, man, I thought we were about to send it up. The brother couldn't get his funnel cake, and he came back highly upset.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
Tony, what's wrong, baby?
The funnel cake fiasco of
Yeah,
2021.
I love this.
I couldn't give him
Tony,
a
what's wrong, baby?
I said, what? I was like, Tony, what's wrong? He said, I couldn't give him a funnel cake, D. I said, what's happening? It was right there, D. He wouldn't let me get my funnel cake. I said, oh shit, we gotta fight somebody. Then he was about to tweet out to the White Sox. Well, I can't give him a funnel cake. I said, well, hold on there, Tony. I said, wait a minute.
Thanks a lot, Aunt Jerry.
Oh my
He's
god.
about to mess that blue check up. He's
He
about to
He
mess
was.
that.
He's about to
He
sit
was
his
in full
Funnel.
relaxation mode, though.
It's very rare I see Tony upset. He was upset. I said, well, damn, this brother's mad. I said, well, shit, we got to fight because you want your funnel cake. But he was mad, man. Tony Gill. I don't see Tony Gill get upset. He was upset.
Also, just to give for further context, he couldn't get the cake because initially, when the park wasn't all the way open due to the
Right.
pandemic, they were only allowing you in the section where you were at. So he was just away from where the funnel cake was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like someone was stopping him just to stop him. The rule was you can't go past this part.
You're Tony
Tony's
Gill.
like,
you
can
can't have
you-
funnel cake.
I can
Tony's
just
like, can you just get it from
imagine.
And different feeling about that.
I can
saying
just
that somebody
imagine
won't stop.
a Sox Park vendor listening religiously to all of the Sox content and being like, I don't like that Tony Gill. And he comes to get his funnel cake. And he's like, no, it's like the soup Nazi in Seinfeld, but Tony and a funnel cake.
But no, he's when he comes over, man, he's professing his love to Chanel, not to my wife, but not his girlfriend. He's professing his love to
Four
Chanel.
girlfriends in the past year.
Oh, shit, dude.
He's like Chanel. He's like Chanel. I think she's the one. I think she's the one. Like, and Chanel's always gassing him up. Oh, it's so good, Tony. Oh, that's so great, Tony.
No.
Oh man! All right.
Well, I guess that's the end.
Have yourself
Oh,
a mayo
no.
sandwich.
Let's let him come back.
Wait, I'm
Let's
back.
let him
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. No, no, he's always
episode.
professing his love to Chanel. He's always professing his love to Chanel and shit about his girlfriend. And I'm like, man, you better live your life. You got a blue check mark out here. Shit, you better live your life.
That's a good point.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. Tony. If Tony puts his mind to it, Tony puts.
Yeah,
his
it's
mind
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Tony says. I asked him the other day. I said, "Your marriage next year?" He said, "Probably just engagement." I said, "Okay," because I believe you, bro.
Yeah, he told you that. He
Yeah.
said that. He said
Dude,
that to you.
Tony don't play. All right,
Did that on our
well, he
last
plays,
Zoom
but there's
conference
some
together.
things that he doesn't play with.
Yeah, if there's
Okay.
one thing to know about Tony is Tony don't play that.
He don't play with his heart. He does
He
not
puts his
play
mind
with
to
his
it. He puts his mind to it. He goes for it. So
Wait a minute.
shout
He
out to
even
T.
told us like, man, I put on my stories. I said,
Yeah.
story? Instagram. Oh, that's a big move for you, huh, Tony? Like, okay,
That's the
all right.
kids.
That's
The kid. Listen, he said that like an IG model with her benefactor on a yacht. I actually
I was
put her
like-
on my stores.
I was like, where's she at, Tony? He's like, there she go right there. I was like, all right. So man, I'm happy for him, brother. I'm happy for him. His mayonnaise sandwiches love. That's all. I'm happy for him.
Did y'all see Did y'all see? It was on Instagram yesterday. The gentleman on the boat with the sister sitting next to him, and he was singing a song called "I Don't Give a Fuck, I Don't Give a Fuck, I Don't Give a Fuck." Did any of you happen to see that? Because it was the first time that you see one of these IG models with actually the person whose boat it is on or whatever.
Right.
So it's just funny to actually see. Wait. Give me 1 second, real quick. I can throw this.
I can only imagine.
I want to see this.
Oh,
So
no.
somebody fell in love with an IG model, and they finally told him they fell in love. Huh?
Yeah, if somebody actually. Let me see if I go to. Okay, give me 1 second.
Hey man, listen, you know what? As long as they it's consensual and they in love, man, I'm here for it. You know.
What kind of love? You got something I love.
Wait a minute, Jason. Not Jason. Ryan, you're not. Are you cuddled up with somebody in the desert right now?
Nope.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you gonna be love you. Ooh wee. Listen, I almost got Ken in trouble. And House.
This motherfucker here.
I'm gonna talk about you though.
This motherfucker gonna be at my door like, man, hey, people going to Loop falling in love. What you doing?
I wasn't talking about you.
Grace was there. My kids are there. She was wild hunnits.
Oh my God.
Well, I was speaking to this is gonna be Ryan. I said, well, where's Ryan at? Oh shit, there you go again.
Okay.
On the love.
This is it.
Ryan,
right
you come back to Mexico? I mean, you come back to Chicago to the States? Nope.
Leave me in Tulum.
Wait a minute.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to get it to let me. Won't let me hit the audio.
Oh
Well,
no.
It
Quit
looked
playing
like
with your food.
It won't.
Oh,
let me hit the
I
audio.
got
I mean, just look at that guy for a second there. Oh boy.
I mean, she is nice now. Hold on now.
She nice.
Riley
Why can't
Rain, huh?
Oh
Why
shit.
can't it will not let me hit the audio? So he's singing this song. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He knows the song by heart.
The
But
Big Sean song?
no, it's not that one. It's something corny. But the thing is, you never really get to see this lady with. This is who they're with when they're out on these excursions.
Yeah.
Right.
You never get to see those. Which
You see the lady.
Yeah.
So she was accompanying him, not putting her out there saying anything bad with it, but she was hanging out on his boat, and he said, you know, saying he don't give a fuck. He want to be in love with her. Huh? Okay, all right.
He didn't say he wanted to be in love with her. He just said he didn't give a fuck.
As someone recently back on the dating apps within the last week to 10 days, I can tell you, with summertime in Chicago, you would not believe the number of profiles that say, just looking for someone's boat. Yeah, who's got a party deck for me to be on?
Hey man, let me tell you something. In my
Or
retirement,
playpen, or whatever they refer to that area that's out there. Yeah.
I'm put it like this. Like, listen, I'm a happily married man, but I got to say, man, I'm looking to buy a boat.
Me too.
I want to buy a boat.
And guess who's gonna be on that?
I came real close.
Hold on, let me put my glasses.
Really close to being on a boat this summer. Finally.
Hey, if that's just I can listen. First of all, how dare you not have a boat and just have eye candy because it's like not having railing on your boat. You got to have railing on the boat, right?
Right.
The baddies come. The baddies come. That doesn't mean I'm doing something. I mean,
no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I look this driving the boat. It's just me on the boat.
Again,
I gotta have some baddies on the boat.
Again, sometimes you got friends and family out there. Sometimes
there's that weird old guy just driving by his boat.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'll never be weird and old.
No,
I may be old, but I won't be weird.
Ken is gonna hold it down when he is old.
Me and Chanel,
and it's gonna take a decade longer than everybody else for Ken to be old.
Facts.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I will defend you against.
Me and Chanel were in Menards.
Young man out there in the desert.
Well, me and Chanel was in Menards, right? Me and Chanel was in Menards, and she walked off. I think it was the same day too. Same day. I'm walking. She's in front of me.
Menards?
No. She walking in front of me, right? A dude turns around and take out my old lady up and down, like they trying to make ad love to the backside. I said, "Well, goddamn." I didn't say anything. I said, "Well, I'm gonna let you live for a little bit." I mean, but he turned around, and looked at me like, I think, what? Okay, all right, that's interesting. Okay. And then she walks off, and I come around the corner. A guy's talking to her, and he's like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? Which one of these will go good?" And I walk over there, like, "What's going on over here?" You know, I'm not a jealous type by no means, right? I walked over, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what good. You know what I'm saying? My wife just bought me a boat for my 50th birthday, and he's asking Chanel, like, which fan would be good, you know what I'm saying, to put like the clip on this, I guess, for like, you know, a little air on the boat, whatever like that." And I was like, "Damn, man, you just
I'm trying to get your woman on the boat.
I just gotta get
you want to come on my boat and hang it for me too?"
I will say.
Trying to get my old lady on a boat. So, well, after that, I was like, I think I need a boat. So I've been on a hunt to try to buy me a boat. So I was like, "Chanel, I want to buy a boat." And she was like, "Why don't you just rent one?" I'm like, "No, I want a boat." My mama got a vacant lot next to her. They didn't fenced in the stove. They got their land. So I'm like, I can put the boat in my mama vacant lot next to her house. I want a boat. I'm gonna buy me a boat. I don't know when.
The truck too.
I got a truck already. I bought me a truck.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I got we got a SUV.
He is living the full-on retired man life already.
You see
He's not even 40 yet.
You see the shirt? I got a cigar.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say that before you were talking about buying the truck and buying the boat before we got off of this joint, and here you are talking about buying a boat and a truck like a full-on retired gentleman.
I want a boat. I'm listen, man. That's a goal for mine. I'm going to get a boat in the next 5 years. I'm gonna get a boat.
All right. Well, then I'll finally make it out there. We'll have some fly honeys on this boat.
Hey, man, don't put it out there like that, Jason. What the hell, man?
What? Well, wait, that was Ken who said you didn't have to be doing anything.
We speak in code. You said,
what did you say, Ken? You said the thing. You said the thing.
I said baddies. That could be multiple bats for all we know. Like batty.
Bullshit.
I mean,
I say bullshit, Ken.
You gotta be the vernacular.
Also, I will say this. I'm talking about people hitting on your ladies. My birthday, walked out of Virtue, opened the car door, closed the car door. There were 2, 3 younger guys, like teens or early 20s, like one like dangling off of like the bike rack hut arc, and the other one's just kind of leaned around. And they're like, "Woo, we don't like our queen." And I was just like, and she got so embarrassed, but I was just so happy. It was just hilarious.
Hey, man, listen, ain't nothing like
because I got in my beater car and I drove away. And
I don't know, Ken, let me know. Is it anything like seeing somebody, you know what I'm saying, checking out your old lady with you? You know what I'm saying? They don't know you with her, but they like, all right. It's like, okay, all right.
Check that. Everyone wants to still know they got some good.
Yeah. So I'm
like you say, I'm not. Well, I'll say this: I'm not a jealous type because I've not been given reasons to be the jealous type. Probably now, if I was given a reason to be a jealous type, perhaps it. No, but first of all, I'm again. I've never put my hands on a woman. I'm gonna start off.
I didn't mean the woman.
No. I'm about to say I'm always gonna start off with the person I have an agreement with.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start off with the person that they're dealing with because I don't have an agreement with that person. So that's where anybody that your first reaction is to take it to someone else instead of the person you have an agreement with, you have an issue. You know what I'm saying? That's the person who disrespected you, the person you have an agreement. Like unless this dude is like up in my house, then that's the thing. Now he's crossed the line. He's crossed the line.
Right.
You know, now he's disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm always gonna go like someone arguing with the person that is going out with whoever you are supposed to be with or married to or whatever. That's crazy. You got to take it to who y'all said you're going to be. You're going to do this. You take it to that person. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, man, they lose their mind. I've been in some hairy situations that I didn't know I put myself in these situations. I could have been murdered.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying? You were single. You're not single. Very much.
Yeah, when I was dealing with you before, crazy baby daddy didn't know where you lived, but now you started bringing crazy baby daddy to this place. So now he's outside and I'm in the driveway. Why did I park in it? Something told me when I pulled up, I was like, dude, don't park in the driveway. And I parked in the driveway. But anyway, enough of this. We always appreciate it. Go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say though, to D's point, I am of an age where no matter whether they're not jealous or not, it's the highest compliment for you to be scoping out the woman that's in a committed relationship with me. Like I'm just all about that. Like just fine. Like trust levels. You on some cockhole shit, ain't you? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh my God!
It's a you can look but you can't
what a
touch.
bomb.
It's a showroom type of situation.
Wait a minute, that's another Davis moment. That's another Davis moment right there.
Yeah, 2 and 1.
Would you like to come over?
Listen, the weirdest of weird Pinot. All right. On that note, we look
for the record, I will cuck, but I will not let you cuck. Right. You want to bring me over for your lady, just to the audience that we have. Don't expect to be getting with anybody that I'm with.
All right, we got you.
Well, all right. On that note,
Look, we look forward to D joining us again. Yeah, we look forward to D joining us again in a few weeks after the Locks versus Dipset on Versus.
When is
always
it?
You can check out
When is it?
the third, I believe, of August.
3rd of August. Okay, all right.
Yeah, 3rd of August. So D will be back after that. Takes place. We'll be back probably in 2 weeks. I believe Kyle may be on the show with us. Maybe we'll get Sid if this is not the Sox game. But for Jason, for Ryan, for D and myself, I always appreciate it. Matter of fact, we're gonna go old school with the D. Go ahead, take us out.
Keep your hands to yourself.